This initiative actually started before I moved into Canning, and I had the pleasure of joining as they were going through the process. So when I moved into the community, I got to see from an outside perspective the process unfolding, and the friends in the community essentially explained to me that they have been reflecting a lot about the reality of Canning community, and they've identified the need to start up some activity for children. Initially, they were going to run some activities for junior youth because that was an area that they felt quite interested in. But when they actually went out into the field and they met a lot of the members of the community, they very quickly realised that the majority of the people that they had connected with and connected with deeply were children and the parents of younger children. And through conversations with the parents and then also conversations with the members of the Baha'i community as well, they identified a need to bring the younger members of our community together to help them build friendships and to help them develop their spiritual qualities. And we really at that time saw that there wasn't a lot of opportunity for that in the community, and so that's kind of what spurred it forward for us. So after they had identified this need to support and bring together the children in the community, the youth decided, they kind of tried to identify what their skills were and what they could bring to community building. And we're very lucky to have a Baha'i centre in Canning community. So once a week, they started a games night for children. And it was a really beautiful space where people from all different walks of life came together. There was youth, there were a few junior youth, there was children there. And they really built strong bonds of friendship through playing games and getting to know each other more deeply. And you could really feel that sense of community when you were at the games nights.
In Canning, a few of the youth every Monday meet up and have a team meeting together. And at one of these team meetings, inspired by the goals set at a key tutor gathering to double the number of activities, we decided to have this junior youth day camp to invite people from around the neighbourhood and build more JY groups. So we decided to shift the idea from junior youth camp to Children's Day Festival. By reflecting, we realized we need more children class teachers. So that's when we established the idea of, okay, let's have this book 3 camp. We invited all the youth, young and old, to come to this camp. There was about 10, 15 of us, and we all had this intensive book 3 camp to, train up more teachers to help with the children's festival and obviously increase the number of activities and have more children classes happening in the neighbourhood.
It was very much a youth-led initiative. We learnt so much from it. We got to find the accommodation for it. We got all these skills of how to plan and bring something together, which was really cool. We not only got to explore the material of Ruhi Book 3, but we also did a lot of art. We went out and met the community. We went to this park and we were playing captain ball, and it was so beautiful. All of these neighbours started coming out of their houses and they were in the park and they were just watching us with awe, because I don't think it's every day that you see just a random group of friends come together and play captain ball in the park. So that kind of led to different conversations about what we were doing in the community, but then also what we were offering as well. We learned quite a few things from the cycles of expansion. Something that was really cool is we went out a few times to meet our neighbours and just to kind of get to understand what they believe the needs are for this community, because obviously we only have a certain, we can only see a certain aspect of it ourselves, and we really identified that we needed to hear from other people what they thought the needs of the community were. And we had really great conversations with them about what they think that the needs are and the connections that they have with the community. They were really very happy to hear that young youth were very keen to get out there and try to build deeper connections. A lot of people said that this was something that was quite lacking in the area. That helped us understand that we were going down the right path, and this was what the needs of the community, are. So being able to go out and meet people and expand and speak more to what the programs actually offer helped us to be able to articulate all three of the programs a lot better.
The Children's Festival was a one-day festival where it was around the theme of unity. And we thought that was a very fitting theme, thinking that we're trying to connect people and we're trying to bring people together and unify everyone.
We had around 35 to 40 enrollments, which was very great to see, very pleasing to see.
So in the lead up to the festival, the youth met quite a few times, and we all took on different roles some were planning what to do with the younger kids, some were planning the middle, and some were planning for the older kids, what to study on the day. Some people were organising different activities for the children to do, whether that was playing sport on the day, making sure that we had all the equipment, bringing the colouring in, buying different beads and things to make jewellery together.
So we had 3 different streams for different age groups, and we taught them all a different lesson on unity. So we would implementing arts, games, stories. We were having discussions on unity. We created artwork as a big whole festival itself.
One of the activities was making friendship bracelets for each other, which was quite beautiful because children that had never met each other before got the opportunity to come together, build that friendship, and then go away with something that somebody else made for them, which was really cool.
It was just a very beautiful day to come together and see everyone really happy and really unified. And it brought the teachers, the volunteers, the parents, so much joy just to be there.
Yeah, it was really an initiative that started off with the youth reading the reality, but it was absolutely backed by the entire community as well.
One of our big reflections was finding out how we can continue this relationship going forward with the parents and with the children, and how we can keep them unified and connected, because they come from different schools, different backgrounds, and that was a huge reflection. So we have had discussions on how we can continue this, and how, because the Children's Festival would be just a holiday thing, how we can continue to keep them connected.
So while we were studying Book 3, there was one quote that stood out in particular to us, and the quote was from the Universal House of Justice, and it says that children are the most precious treasure a community can possess, for in them are the promise and guarantee of the future. They bear the seeds of the character of future society, which is largely shaped by what the adults constituting the community do or fail to do with respect to children. They are a trust no community can neglect with impunity. So when we studied this quote, I think it really resonated with a lot of us, and it made us realise that we play such a key role with helping children grow and develop their capacity in our community, and that it's our role, no matter who the child is, whether they're family, whether they're our neighbours, we play such a big role in inspiring them and showing them what it means to interact with your community.